anybody else been on Lollapalooza TikTok and saw videos of this girl who got kicked out because she went #1 in the middle of the crowd?
That's nasty. It is. You're nasty. Get this. You're nasty as shit. Have some etiquette, honestly.
Apparently, this was right before the TV girl set, and this girl just did it. She just let it rip, and all of her friends were hyping her up, and people were so disgusted by it. I heard it even got on some people's shoes. And according to the person that posted this, I'll tag her down below, this girl was being a total jerk about it. Like, she didn't care. She thought it was cute and funny. So then people started chanting, and then security came and kicked us right on out. And I would be right in that crowd of people waving her nasty way, because no, you don't do that. She could have worn a diaper. She could have had somebody to hold her spot while she left to go to the bathroom. I feel so bad for whoever was standing near her, because it got up to the 90s in Chicago this past weekend. So you know them people were smelling hot piss that whole while. To make things even more disgusting, she wasn't even the only one. Lollapalooza apparently oversold their tickets this year, so it was very crowded. Therefore, there were a lot of people that just did not want to lose their spot, didn't want to make the trek to go to the bathroom, so they were just using the bathroom right then and there.
What in the Kentucky Fried am I looking at? I must be experiencing psychosis in this moment. Ain't no way am I looking at 4 individual photos of a trap house themed baby shower. That already born child has fake tattoos drawn on him. He's wearing fake jewelry, jeans, and the mom, oh god, where do I start? She looks the part. She looks like the type to host a trap-themed baby shower. And I think it's fair to say that her tattoos are absolutely real and all over her body, apparently. Now let's address the party favors. I love the fact that we're playing the part of somebody creating stepped-on cocaine on a dirty trap house stove. I love how that's a part of this party that is meant to celebrate this mother's unborn child. Like, seriously, if this is the baby shower theme and the baby shower activities, I could only imagine what the baby shower gifts were. Oh, it's a kid's birthday. I wonder what he got for his birthday. Oh, that's a crazy, crazy t-shirt to give to a kid on their birthday. All daddy wanted was that hot tub. To be honest, the meme is well and dead, but the fact that this t-shirt exists and is in the size of a toddler is disturbing to me. Who would buy something like this for their kid unless they had 2 parents who were certifiable gutter balls? Which really sucks for this child. He has no idea just how lame his parents are and just how bad he's gonna be set up for life. Unless a blessing happens and these 2 grown-ass people can somehow manage to pick up some neurons off of the ground. In all seriousness, I don't know where you would even go to buy a shirt like this, and why would you put it on your kid? It's not really that funny. Even when it was funny, this shirt would still be incredibly inappropriate to put on a toddler. And don't even get me started on posting this on Facebook. Like, why? Like, what are the chances that any of your friends would find this funny? I would hope they wouldn't, but, you know, the fact that you even thought this was a good idea to post online makes me think that your friend group might even endorse it. This was the state of the table next to us for our entire stay. That's really strange for Buffalo Wild Wings, at least the few times that I've actually sat down in that restaurant. It's usually pretty cleanly, but let's just assume that they were low staffed that day and nobody was around to clean that up. But the very fact that the people who used to be sitting there didn't bother to clean up anything is even more egregious, in my opinion. I would argue that most people would be more than willing to pick up their own trash, pick up their own trays, and simply clean up their mess, not only because they don't want to make trouble for any of the workers there, but to also just to not be rude and trashy. Apparently, whoever was sitting down there was more focused on their wings than their own character, and now some worker has to lose their fingernails trying to clean all that up, and that sucks. I can see why nobody wanted to clear that table. It's annihilated. Oh my god, please help, no gas. I bet that's an empty gas can on the ground. You know, gas is expensive nowadays, and people just simply don't have the money to fill up their giant red panel vans that already has gasoline. You are scamming. Why? It really begs the question why they would do something like this. Because it's not really an immediate way to get money. You can't resell gas easily in the United States. There's so many gas stations, and most people aren't going to be buying gas from random people on the street. So you're just scamming because you're cheap. And it really kills me because there's so many people out there who would be more than willing to help you and help others with signs like that, who have become super apprehensive with helping people because there's so many useless people out here just scamming because they're cheap and they know that somebody is willing to help them out. It's depressing, it's deplorable, and I really hope this person's gas can blows up. Soccer balls are clean, safe, fun for kids and adults with adjustable harnesses that are good for birthday events, you name it. Knockables are inside carrying totes that are easy to carry, unfold, blow up, and deflate, and fall back up for easy access and easy storage. Price is negotiable. You absolutely stole this, didn't you? You stole this. This is not yours. You did not buy this. That room looks like a hotel room and it's gnarly. Why did you take these pictures with the ball? Did you have to wear that outfit? Did you have to include all the garbage? I know for a fact that you are a crackhead, not only because of the lack of diction in your title here, not even a description, that is an entire title for a Facebook Marketplace post. I know for a fact that because of that, plus the fact that everything in here is gnarly, smelly, and stinky, I can say with 100% certainty that you are a card-carrying member of the meth head community. But hey, there's a silver lining here. If we continue to encourage dingy crackheads to sell their stuff on Facebook Marketplace, there will be a higher likelihood of all of us, normal people, being able to discover the stolen items that we had lost a couple months ago. So there's a little bit of context with this post. Apparently a US veteran was having a nice meal at a restaurant and he absolutely despised the service. So instead of making a review on Google Reviews like everybody else or going on to Yelp, he chose to give somebody $1, scribbled out a little mean sentence because, you know, that matters, and then he finished his tantrum by having a stroke when he tried to sign his, receipt. Now, granted, when it comes to trashy receipts, this one's pretty tame, but apparently the poster said that this person was pretty belligerent before and after he received his food, and everyone around knew that he was not going to leave a tip. But they didn't expect him to curse them out on the receipt and then autographing it with his Parkinson's signature. You ever go out of your way to crash a random wedding just so that you can get free food?
Is this the phone? Hey, cousin. Okay, cousin. Shoot, thank you, cousin.
Excuse me. This is a burger.
Hey, everybody's favorite chicken spot, Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen. Everybody loves that. I personally like their tenders. They're really delicious. And apparently they can fight at this location, so think before you speak. First off, based. I love that. That's fantastic. But that is a beacon for every single gnarly individual to try and fight anyone behind that counter. That is a calling card for all those in your community who have, diminished inhibitions. The type of person to jump the counter and beat your ass as the cashier because their card declined. You are asking for them to arrive at this location. That is a challenge to these people. So my personal recommendation for this place, so that it can stay open and also staffed, is to place a camera behind the counter, link it to Twitch, and have all of us watch so that we can see all of the subsequent fights that happen at this location, and then give you pointers on how to beat these people. Imagine the smell. Imagine the aroma. I know that the atmosphere in this room is so stained, so poisoned, that you'd go blind immediately. How much DoorDash is in this room? So many things were delivered, and it really begs the question as to why they chose the floor as their garbage can as opposed to literally anything else. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to live in this hotel room, and I know for a fact that this person lived in this hotel room. This room gives off all the vibes of homelessness and poverty, so I know for a fact that they weren't leaving. They had nothing else to do, so you really couldn't find time to, I don't know, pollute any other space than the space that you're dwelling in. You have to live around garbage, and I mean this genuinely. That is hard for like 90% of people to do. I can confidently say that most people despise living in a dirty space to some certain extent. If you have any sort of sense, you can't exist in a space like this. So with that being said, how long would you guys be able to put up with a space like this? Do you know anybody in your life who lives this way, as if they were training to become a hoarder? Give me all of your opinions in the comments down below. I love reading what you guys think. This, in my opinion, is hell. I could not exist in a room like this. It would just completely destroy me. I would just fall apart right then and there into my core components. I would just shatter into atomic pieces. You ever just get the itch to take your underwear off in public and then stash said underwear in a drawer full of food?
Fresh bread. Porno bakery.
The hoe is bad as Joe. Where do people buy these shirts, man? Like, who's making them? And the fact that you got the whole squad out here really goes to show that you have some political convictions, man. And you know what? As hyperbolic as that shirt is, this family at least didn't make the kids. You gave it to the little boy. Okay, never mind. All right, I was about to give him something. I was about to say that at least he didn't make the little girl wear it. But I guess the older brother has to wear the Kamala slander shirt as well. But you know what? I'm still hung up on the fact that people are producing shirts like this, and the fact that somehow this entire family was able to find multiple sizes of that shirt online. Who is selling this? I used to see shirts like this being promoted on Twitter, but that's not really happening anymore. And if anything, I'm more curious what the other side has to offer. What are their hyperbolic shirts? Because I only ever see conservative hyperbolic shirts. Granted, it is worth mentioning that all these posts are coming from Reddit, and that is a politically biased hellscape, so maybe there's a little bit of synthetic political filtering here, but at the end of the day, I am still curious. I want to see what the liberals have to offer. My dad just subbed to my OnlyFans and tipped me $100. That is how you support your child's business. Now, I have no idea if this person's account is still up. I remember seeing a similar screenshot that had their account information completely exposed, so I couldn't double check. But all the comments on this post on the subreddit were pretty much saying that this individual was being dead serious about the fact that their father, whether they be biological or not, was out here not only viewing their OnlyFans content, but tipping as well. Isn't that just degenerate and frightening? And the fact that she went out of her way to, I don't know, give him kudos for that is so demented. Like, seriously, somebody in her life needs to rescue her, take her off the internet, I don't know, separate her from her dad. This is so innately creepy and disturbing that if I hadn't seen other posts like this go viral on the subreddit and on Twitter, I would absolutely think that it's fake. But no, this is a frequent thing that happens on Twitter. It's not as common as it was back in 2020, 2021, and 2022, but the posts are still being published onto the platform. And at the end of the day, even if it is trashy and disturbing and gross, it's super sad that someone who's most likely barely into their 20s is not only publishing images of themselves online that will ultimately destroy their future, but at the same time being preyed upon by their parent. Apparently on the way to work, this man had a little bit of a craving for his wife's toes.
He a kid, yeah. Bro, what you doing?
I despise everyone in this photo. Even for an online joke, this sucks, because I still have to smell your palate of lobster and cooked crab legs on the flight. Even if they just took the picture, packed everything away, and put it away, everyone has to smell it. It is a personal pet peeve of mine when people bring smelly food onto the plane. Everyone ahead of you and behind you and beside you has no choice but to smell lobster all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, I love seafood, and certainly when it comes to shellfish, I can't get enough of that. It's delicious, wonderful. That being said, y'all suck for bringing crab legs onto a plane that has recirculating getting oxygen and air conditioning so that everybody has to smell everything that you're eating. It is terrible, awful, despise these two people. I hope they choke. Cuisinart air fryer customized window, $90. To be honest, I knew that you could always customize your air fryer. I knew that people would put stickers on them. Personally, I don't care about that type of stuff, but obviously this Facebook user does care and put, well, some personality on his air fryer. To be honest, the design is really nice. I like the, you know, the drawers and stuff. That's really cool. What isn't cool is that you're trying to charge me a premium for a used Cuisinart air fryer. I know that's been stepped on. I'm not giving you 90 bucks for that, and I'm certainly not gonna give you 90 bucks for the horny air fryer. No, I'll give you 30 bucks. Imagine hating me and I'm just down by the river doing this. I don't think I've ever imagined anything that looks like you. Everything is spilling. Is that a Donald Trump tattoo? Please let it be Photoshop. Please. It would just be so much more funny if it was fake, because if it's not, it's just more degenerate and sad. The fact that someone actually posed this way on a truck to, I don't know, send some godforsaken message is killing me. Like, this is a lot of work, and unfortunately, I don't know the origin of this photo. I don't know who's in this photo. I don't know why it was taken, and I don't know who it was meant for. And it's so perfect and wonderful, and if the Donald Trump tattoo is, like, real, it just adds more mystique to this image. We need less. I want answers. I want to understand this photo. And if that tattoo's real, I understand less.
Seen a lot of people recently asking why they took the chairs out of Barnes & Noble. Oh, they're trying to make them less cozy, so you'll just spend your money and leave and da-da-da-da-da. Yes, but also, as someone who worked at Barnes & Noble, I'm gonna break this to you guys. People were pissing in them. They were pissing in those chairs. Okay, they took them out because they were full of piss. People were shitting and pissing.
Take it up the bum, you won't be a mum. You know what? You're so right, lady. If you just the trash hole, you absolutely won't get someone pregnant. That method has been pin tested to completion, and everyone knows what the result is. Your city being set on fire by God himself. So be careful with this forbidden method. It does work, like you said, you're not wrong, but you might lose your apartment. Oh, so we just tattoo anything on our bodies, huh? We really just put mental illness right on the rib cage. I genuinely thought we were done seeing images like this. I thought we were done seeing the drawings, the fan fiction, the tattoos, the posts. I thought all that died with Tumblr. It didn't. They're still around. It's incredibly perplexing that a tattoo like this could ever be done, and it's done well. Who did this for you? How much money did you have to pay? Like, seriously, of all the tattoos that we've seen on this subreddit in this series, this one is uniquely dark in the sense that a small community of people would have this tattooed on the body, and an even smaller community of tattoo artists would actually agree to do it. And there's a high likelihood that both of those small groups are not mutually exclusive. I wouldn't be surprised that the tattoo artists that did this also are fans of these shooters. Okay, pretty typical for a pregnancy photo for the lady to be completely topless. That's not strange. What is strange is the fact that you're pointing a Glock 9 at my fucking face. Like, seriously, who are you trying to intimidate? Who is this meant for? Is this supposed to scare somebody? Is this supposed to show strength because you're a new dad? Look, all I'm saying here is that the messaging is a little confusing. I don't know who this is meant for. And if I had to, you know, conjure an answer out of the fucking ether, most likely this photo was designed and meant for r/Trashy. I can't think of any other place that this image would be appropriate in. So yeah, with all that being said, let's go ahead and guess how long they're gonna be together, guys. Go ahead and throw the over under. Go ahead and put those percentages in the comments down below. What is your prediction? How long do you think these guys are gonna stay together? And just for fun, we can throw in some bonus probabilities here, whether or not he's the dad, whether or not he's gonna stick around, and whether or not either of these parents are going to survive to the age of 30. Go ahead and throw those probabilities down below. I'd love to see what you guys think. If you're 17 and can't wait till you're 18 to make an OnlyFans, you've been groomed. That's all it is. You've been groomed by the internet. Or maybe she sees the brilliance of making tons of tax-free cash with minimal effort. I'ma stop you there, homeboy. You look exactly like the type who'd be supporting high schoolers doing adult work online. Ooh, if I had to volunteer someone to have their, I don't know, whole computer searched, homeboy is absolutely on that list. I'd be putting him on that list. He failed the physiognomy check, and he certainly failed the, I don't know, morality and reasonable human test when he says with his whole chest that maybe she sees the brilliance of making tons of tax-free cash with minimal effort. One, it's not tax-free, and two, the minimal effort is addressed. You see, there's no free free lunches in this game. You can take a few pictures, you can make a few videos, but that comes at the cost of your soul and your future ability to make any money in any legitimate way. Sure, you'll make a lot of cash online and live in a condo at the age of 19, but will you be able to afford that condo later in life when the cash dries up? You see, you've already torpedoed your entire future by doing. We shouldn't encourage anyone to do that, let alone newly minted adults. That is ridiculous, and it is grooming by the internet. That is so foul and up. We should not be promoting that. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure that bell so you get these notifications every time. I am still fist fighting YouTube when it comes to copyright claims within the newest episode of Morbid Reality. And to be honest, that's incredibly frustrating because so many of you guys have been waiting for that video and the delay is atrocious. So I'm going out of my way to really dig deep in public archive footage to try and find any additional B-roll that won't completely nullify the monetization on that video. So I really hope today's content can quench your thirst and keep you waiting, and hopefully within the next 24 to 48 hours I'll be able to actually upload this video. So I truly appreciate all of your patience. It truly isn't lost on me that this is everybody's favorite piece of content, so I have to make sure that it's very good, all while trying to navigate YouTube's draconian rules. And I wouldn't be able to do any of that without my Patreon supporters, so a big thank you to Not Cool 723, Daniel the Tornado, Jet Hero, Yex, Quispy, The Main Mon, Cobman 4372, Flicku, Blacklist Gaming, User Deleted from Planet, Kinkle Dinkle, Seth, Twitch is Lost, Dawnbreaker Drake, Traffic Racer 124, Fisherman, The Blurred Star, Mr. Sandman, Mike, That One Girl, Loving Tate, Co-Connor Purvis, Size Federic, My Golden Experience, James Tucker, Primavera, BMX30, Cinnamon Sticks, The Fake Musician, Samantha Bellhart, Dundernass Hawk, and Noah. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one on my merch store and one on my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so I can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.